It's a weekend filled with basketball in Richmond, Virginia. I'm Bridger Cruz, with me, Tyler Brewer. So thrilled that you are spending some of your Friday afternoon with us. Tyler, this is a game that's going to be quite exciting. We have Team Scoot Pro 16 17U versus the young game changers, Marcus Smart's Pro 16 team, the 17U team. And these are two teams that are incredibly solid inside and out. And not only that, the coaching is good, the talent is there, and so is the athleticism. Starting off with Team Scoot, you obviously have Alex Constanza. He's going to be the standout today for Team Scoot, number 23. And those light blue shoes, he's going to play for Spire Academy. Next year, one of the highest level high school basketball academies in the country. And his head coach, Kevin Boyle, in attendance today.
Yeah, absolutely, Bridger. A lot of talent on the court today. Can't wait to see what Alex Constanza can do. We got the scouts starting to fill in on the baselines here. Sure to be a fun one.
It should be. Not only scouts for college teams, but the NBA as well, making their face known throughout the facility today, and they are here to watch what should be a great basketball matchup. Team Scoot is in the red jerseys, and in those light blue jerseys with the yellow stripe, that is the young game changers. We'll refer to them as YGC. So YGC has the basketball to get things started offensively. And offensively, Tyler, they like to do a lot of different things, but everything runs through that man right there, Camden McGilvery. Number 2, he runs the point, and he's gonna be a big presence all day long for the young game changers. Vontae Sanders went up for the slam. That ball knocked away. No foul called. So it's just going to be an inbound under their own basket. And they find him. Big time Dominic Smith. 6'10", and he gets the opening jam.
What a way to start the game there. Setting the tone early.
Constanza with the basketball, guarded by McGilvery. Constanza, a very tall guard. He's comfortable running that point spot, and he can create on his own. That's what he's looking to do here. The fadeaway from the elbow. Why not? 2-2. They trade blows. That's Avery Webb with the basketball now. Driving inside. And a foul. No foul. It'll end up being a jump ball. So that's a great contest from Sean Hamilton of Team Scoot. Team Scoot to take over. Tied at 2. And now they're going to see some pressure. That's Landen Joseph just going to take the rock up the hardwood. Guarded by Webb. Bringing it inside. That's good defense from Dominic Smith.
Dominic Smith wasting no time to meet him at the rim, not letting any easy shots in the paint. Both teams are going to have to earn everything they get today.
McGilvery automatically slapping that ball out of the hands. He's such a tenacious guard, and he's the engine that keeps YGC running as well as it does. He's fast, he's intelligent, and he's incredibly athletic. Now inside, a good push-off from Constanza, and 2 smooth-looking jumpers to start his day.
Constanza off to a hot start in this one. Very confident shots as well. Love what I'm seeing out of him.
And a jump ball going to be called again. Maybe a foul could have been called, but I'm a fan of the jump. Reward the defense.
Absolutely, and these refs today have been letting contact go. They've been letting the players play, so you're not going to get any free fouls here.
Webb loses the basketball out of bounds. Will be inbounded again by YGC. Webb, he'll take the spot up 3. It rims out. Ball bounced around. McGilvery picks up the rebound and finishes it. McGilvery smoothly tying this game up at 4. Inside Constanza, he can't finish. Rebound pulled down by Smith. Now McGilvery with the ball, smoothly laying it in. He can't finish. And the ball will stay with the young game changers. was being talked about for a second. We weren't sure who was going to pull down the ball. Ended up being YGC.
Tough break for Costanza on the other end of the floor. I think his shoulder was getting pulled down a little bit as he went to go up for that shot, but nonetheless, good stop there for YGC and a good bucket.
That's a great move by McGilvery, and he's so good at identifying where defenders aren't. And he understands that he's not the tallest guy on the court, so he's going to have to facilitate, and he's going to have to work around the taller defenders, and it's one of his best attributes. McGilvery ranked in the top 150 in the country right now, and he's a guy that a lot of people can expect to slowly continue to rise over the summer. And this weekend, a D1 live periods, this is a great chance for that. Costanza, can he do it again? He can. Just eloquent from the mid-range. McGilvery trying to return. Him and Costanza have been trading blows to start this game. And Vontae Sanders hits the back of the iron. And Costanza picks up the rock. Pushing it forward, he's got Joseph. Transition three ball, nearly into a dunk. It's bobbled around. And a little bit of getting a little heated, on the jump ball. Sometimes that can happen on the jump, though. Everybody's fighting for it. Everybody wants the ball. And you'll see occasionally things start to get a little heated.
Absolutely, and it's a physical contest. These players are trying to showcase everything they got. They know these college scouts and even some NBA scouts are watching this game. They got to see physicality and effort, and so these players not wanting to let anything easy.
Costanza being guarded closely, almost finishes the circus shot. Was good defense by Deffenbach. Now McGilvery elects to take it in himself. He's blocked. Through the other way, Costanza slams it down. And the number 21 player in the class slams it down with authority.
Plays like that, he won't be 21 for long. Aggressive slam there, a statement being made early.
Webb with the basketball, a good feed inside, and McGilvery's blocked. Tobias Tombert showing the vertical lead. Now it's Costanza again, guarded by Deffenbach. Deffenbach picked his pocket.
Just some great basketball early on here. Both teams playing great defense, but at times even better offense. Costanza making his presence felt early in this one as well, wasting no time to get the scoring going.
Hamilton to inbound to Landen Joseph. Feels that screen, looking for the step-back jumper, and Team Scoot has been sensational from the mid-range in this first half.
Those step-backs are working for Team Scoot right now. No reason to get away from it.
Webb driving in. He loses the basketball. Dominic Smith dives on it. Another chance at it here. Webb gets it in the corner, handing it back to Sanders. Sanders losing it. Hamilton up the court to Joseph. Joseph can't finish, but a foul called before the putback. So as we sit and prepare for these free throws from Landen Joseph, the 6'3" guard from Florida, he attends DNA Prep Academy. And Tyler, we talk about this being a live period and there being college and NBA scouts here. What is a live period for people who aren't sure?
Yeah, so live periods are a real special time of the grassroots season. These college coaches at high levels are not allowed to contact these players in person. And so these live periods are one of only 3 times over the summer where they're able to actually contact the players. They're able to watch them in person, see what they're about, and that's when a lot of these players are going to get interest and offers.
Big opportunities for a lot of these players as it's a lot of high major colleges coming to watch. So now for Team Scoot with the basketball, Tolbert. Moving it up, the smooth move into the triple. No dice, but into the jam. Sean Hamilton. We'll call it a rim grazer.
That's just a great pass right there, Bridger. At least that's what I would be telling all my rec league basketball teammates.
smooth looking jumper. It was Luke Moderson. He might have been hit on the way up. Again, more chaos on the side of Team Scoot. Tolbert misses the basketball, but now it's right back in the hands of Team Scoot. Wide open three-pointer for Landen. Joseph McGilvery grabs it. McGilvery moving the pumpkin up the court. Anthony Spencer III can't lay it in, but he gets fouled on the way up. Very, very fast-paced game to start. Nasir Price checking in for Avery Webb. Webb is a guy that can shoot the basketball at an eclectic rate, and he's been very, very good this season. I watched him when we were in Seal Beach for the first stop of the Pro 16 season. Their first game of the night, first of all, it got over around 10:15. There's nobody else in the gym. He hits the game winner to end it, and automatically after the game, he celebrates for about 30 seconds and goes, I should have made more. We shouldn't have been in this position. And tomorrow, they were not in that position. They were dominant for the rest of the weekend.
Absolutely, and that's what great players do. They can appreciate what they've done, but they can also look to improve even on success.
Anthony Spencer III picks up the board, and he's heading back to the charity stripe. The young Game Changers beat one family yesterday morning, 9 a.m. We were here for that game, and I tell you what, Tyler, I don't think I've ever seen more scouts pour into a gym at 9 o'clock in the morning than there was for that game. Every seat was taken, from stands to coaches to scouts, everything. And it was quite the basketball game.
Absolutely, and you got to give them a reason to show up, get out of bed in the morning, and these guys are doing exactly that. They're showcasing everything they've got on the court today.
Spencer can't finish off his trip to the stripe. Now Joseph moving it downward. Inside, it's a good move from Sean Hamilton. The smooth 1-2 into the lay. Transition three hits off front of the rim. Was pulled down by the young Game Changers. McGilvery will go to work, pushing it into the corner. Three ball won't fall. Bouncing around, it's pulled down by Vontae Sanders. Sanders just tries to throw it into the hoop. Spencer, another offensive board. Now McGilvery from mid-range, yes!
Resiliency being shown by YGC. They might not have been making the baskets, but they were getting their own rebounds, giving themselves opportunities, and it pays off in the end.
Hamilton swings it out to Joseph. Joseph buries the triple from the skip pass. YGC will now look to respond. That's McGilvery. Moving it to Price, back to McGilvery. Inside the floater. Won't go, but somehow one of the smallest guys on the court, that vertical leap so good, he's able to tip it back in. Price almost stripping it away. A little bit confused by the call. He thought he had it last. Ended up being the last one to touch it.
The YGC head coach trying to plead his case a little bit. Unfortunately, though, it's not a case that he's going to end up winning. Team Scoot retains possession here. Big opportunity for him.
Coach Jaywalk, a lot of tenacity with him. He was ranked the best recruiter last year on the circuit, and this year he's done a more great job with not only recruiting but coaching. All of these guys have gotten so much better from week one to now.
Love that physical play in the paint that we just saw there, too, and the refs letting it go. We talked about it a little earlier in the half. These refs not calling too many fouls over the weekend. They're letting the players play, and right there you saw a lot of body, a lot of check in there. And that ball goes out of bounds, but love seeing some physical basketball.
Absolutely. Physical basketball is what you want to play for. And Constanza, he hits the deck. Maybe a little bit too physical in his eyes, but not much to complain about. Now McGilvery inside loses the basketball. He's being guarded by Wilmer De La Rosa. Price to McGilvery. McGilvery on the wing. He's got time with it. Now at the top of the key. Steps back. His triple. Can't get the roll. And it's going to be goaltending on Anthony Spencer III. Oh, no, they're going to call a foul. So Wilmer De La Rosa will be called for the foul.
Yeah, they're going to say he was pushed on the way up, trying to get that putback attempt there. With how these refs have been officiating the game, I don't know how I feel about that call, especially it being a putback, but either way, YGC, big chance here to get some points.
Yeah, there's a good chance for him. Spencer does a good job at the line. He hits his first. Now Constanza with the basketball, feeling the pressure from Cebu Sox. De La Rosa back to Constanza. To De La Rosa, he'll take the drive. Lobbing it off to Hamilton. Hamilton going to work, finding his teammate inside, and it's going to be a travel. So a travel on Sean Hamilton. Was the shuffling of the feet that did it. So now we're seeing pressure from both sides on the inbound. And we've seen that a lot this morning. There's been a lot of different press looks thrown at teams, and there's been a lot of that pressure.
And right there, you saw exactly why. It's been working out for defenses all over the weekend, ruining offensive possessions, causing a lot of chaos.
And once again, McGilvery finding the basketball and making the most of his extra offensive possession. Constanza quickly back to Joseph. Now the three ball from Hamilton, and it goes off the backside of the backboard. So he thought about the three. He'll end up taking it. Too strong for Kellen Collins. Haven't talked about him much in this first half. But we've talked about him a lot. Landen Joseph hits the triple. That's a guy that YGC is going to have to be careful with. Joseph's so quick with his shot, and he can get lost pretty easily.
What's great about Pro 16 basketball is you're playing against elite teams with deep rosters. Similar to the college level, there's not a guy that you can really afford to leave open. And right there's a great reason why.
Cebu Sox with the corner triple. Joseph with it. A different look being shown. It's a zone look. So Joseph can't connect. And now Collins, he'll run the point in transition. Inside, a good look to McGilvery. Beautiful pass and the finish to top it off. Timeout taken by the young game changers. And we have ourselves a basketball game. YGC Team Scoot live in Richmond. Back here in Richmond, that's Joseph, who's dribbling the ball up, guarded by Sox. Team Scoot will have the basketball. They lose it, but it finds the waiting arms of Tobias Tolbert for the slam. Sometimes all you need is a little bit of luck.
Man, what a slam that was with authority, leaving no doubt.
Avery Webb trying to respond with the triple. Collins pulls down the board. Webb will drive in. The ball knocked around a little bit. Sox into the corner. Working his way through. Nearly getting the jam. That was Nasir Price. And Price has the ability to do that. He's incredibly explosive. And Paulo Teixeira called for the foul. But Price is incredibly explosive, and his first step is so quick he can beat you and then vertically beat you as well when he gets to the rim.
Absolutely, and that's why it's important for defenders. You just got to keep your feet moving. Cannot allow yourself to get lazy. And overall, these players have been doing a great job of that. Active hands, active feet, not allowing themselves to get beat off the dribble overall. Been really impressed with the defense that we've seen over the course of this weekend so far.
Price splits the pair, and Teixeira will walk the ball up the court. Teixeira on the right wing. Constanza calling him off. Teixeira driving inside. He finds and awaiting Sean Hamilton in the corner, and they'll try it again. Teixeira lost. Back out to Hamilton. Hamilton can't connect. Webb pulls down the board. YGC getting into another set. Collins, long step back three, boarded by Tolbert. Joseph will carry the pumpkin. Joseph, deep three-pointer, buries it. Landen Joseph has shown he is a problem anywhere on the court. Nasir Price with the basketball. He'll settle for the jumper.
Love watching these teams go back and forth, just trading blows right now. Looking forward to see the adjustments being made throughout the course of this game, but pure entertainment.
Constanza inside, and again, Landen Joseph, only standing at 6'3". He's playing like he's 6'9".
What a find there from Constanza, too, going inside.
Anthony Spencer III fouled on his way up on the offensive board. And Team Scoot running into a little bit of an issue occasionally with those offensive boards. Tobias Tolbert, he'll be called for the infraction. Anthony Spencer III hits his first. And we'll be streaming all day long on this Court 8. So if you're watching now, you can go to the Pro 16 League Instagram page, and it'll show all the games we're streaming. There won't be commentary for every single one. I wish there could be. I wish I truly had a voice of, or like a golden vocal cords. So you never got tired. I wish that's how that worked, but it is not.
We got to get you some hot tea.
I have some in my bag.
There you go.
I have my hot tea ready. I got my hot tea. I got my cough drops, and I'm sipping warm water. That's as perfect as it can be. And Paulo Teixeira, that's about as perfect of a bucket as you can get. No rim, just net.
Green light for him shooting right now. Really anyone on Team Scoot, and apparently YGC as well.
Nasir Price answering the bell. Joseph, he's been so good, and he continues his stretch in the first half.
We have a roof over our heads, but it's raining in Richmond right now.
Nasir Price rims out, taken by Joseph. Joseph passing it up ahead, and inside they can't find him. It goes off the foot of Tobias Tolbert.
What a pass there from Joseph, trying to go a little wraparound bounce pass. Almost worked out for him, but heads up play there. Knew where his teammate was. I love the look.
And Team Scoot now leading by 7. McGilvery shouting commands to his team. Deffenbaugh back to McGilvery. Quick swing into the corner. Webb, he'll take the drive. He hits the deck. And a foul called.
Ooh, I don't know about that.
I think he just slipped.
Yeah, and there's been a slick spot there. They were trying to kind of dry up earlier the game before this one. I think Avery Webb just kind of caught himself in an unlucky spot, but fortunate enough to get the call, so YGC retains possession.
Well, they're going to say that Landen Joseph, he swiped his foot. And the head coach for Team Scoot, Victor Monaros, he looks like he's pretty content to take that as an explanation. So obviously Joseph probably did something. Teixeira, stop and pop 2. Hits off the right side of the iron, pulled down by Smith. Now McGilvery pushing the pace. Deffenbaugh, jumper. Pulled down again. Team Scoot, the fast break and laying it in nicely. Team Scoot can work so well in transition. McGilvery, understanding YGC has numbers, they'll take the 3. Bouncing around, Constanza pulls it down. And a foul called. Looked like it might have been a foul just to get a sum in for Tobias Tolbert. Constanza from way downtown. He shot that from North Carolina. Webb with the basketball. Clock stoppage. I'd assume it was for a shot clock issue or something along those lines. Nobody seems too concerned. But Constanza, I mean, he barely bent his legs to shoot that shot, and it was from nearly the volleyball line.
Effortless is the word I would describe Alex Constanza's game, because it's true. He makes it look so easy. Now, obviously, it's not. Go out there and try and do the stuff that Constanza's doing. You won't have the same luck, but he just makes it look so easy out there. He's playing at an elite level.
Smith back to McGilvery. With an extra pass, ends up being a foul. So we're going to call a foul on the young game changers. It'll be a turnover for them, and Team Scoot will take over.
Team Scoot so far just doing a great job of capitalizing on every opportunity they've had. Every trip down the floor, it seems like they're coming away with points.
Constanza with the basketball, fouled by Price. I like the idea, though, to try to loop around with Price and pick that ball out. That would have been a sure layup on the other end. Constanza with it, drives in against Deffenbaugh. He loses it. Now it's McGilvery off to the races. The smooth move into the triple. Too strong, it bounces around. And a foul going to be called on Team Scoot. So a foul called that results in a quick inbound for Nas Price. Wide open is Deffenbaugh, and he's not going to miss that. Constanza driving inside against Deffenbaugh. 3 against 1, and Constanza makes it look so casual. McGilvery trying to feed it inside. YGC loses the basketball. And Team Scoot has done so good today on finding those defensive stops and then punishing on the offensive end. Constanza, oh my gosh! One leg, talking to the coaches, he ends it, he buries it. Stone cold, consensus number 15 player in the country, and he's showing he should be higher. And that's half. Wow, what a first half it was. We'll be back for more here live on the Pro 16 YouTube channel. A quick halftime that felt more like a timeout for these teams, but either way, it's Team Scoot leading by 9, 43-34, after some late clock heroics from Alex Constanza. YGC a heated halftime discussion, and we'll see if it can muster up some more courage, and as Coach Jaywalk would say, pride for his team. Deffenbaugh, his 3. Rims out, pulled down by Constanza. Now Constanza with the basketball, being guarded closely, and a foul called on Vontae Sanders. And Sanders would have been fine, it's just you can't put all of your body on it. A little bit of contact is okay, just get your feet down and play defense, and you won't pick up that foul.
He hates a foul on the other end of the floor, too. Just kind of a unnecessary one there. Like you said, Bridger, just got to keep your feet moving, keep your body away from him.
Constanza with it, slips the screen, keeps his dribble. He can't lay it in, but he's going to the line. It could be 1 versus 5, and Constanza would still find a way to make a play.
You say that, I think of that Eli Ellis commercial, trying to bring 4 guys on the court. Alex Constanza's doing that, and it's not scripted.
Eli Ellis, standout basketball player for the Pro 16 last year. Played for Overtime Elite in high school, and now he goes on to the University of South Carolina. And I think he proved last year on the circuit Eli Ellis is much more than an internet personality.
That's what he had to prove in the commercial, too.
I think commercials are a little bit different, but all the same. Constanza knocks down the free throws, and McGilvery marches his team back the other way and lays it in. McGilvery, again, playing like he is 6'8". Teixeira with the basketball. The Team Scoot coaches are not only coaching, they're halfway to playing the game at this point, and it's working. Anatoly Anasio, big number 33 at 6'8", laying it in. Deffenbaugh, the spin into the lay, a beautiful spin cycle for him.
These teams just copy each other, play after play. One team scores, the other responds, and it's just making for a great game here in Richmond, Virginia.
It absolutely is. I mean, 43-34 at halftime. That is a very high-scoring grassroots basketball game. Avery Webb with it. He loses the basketball. Now Teixeira on top of him. And a foul going to be called. So a little bit of emotions being thrown out from both of these teams. And if you notice, Constanza, when he hit that shot to head out of halftime, he turned right around to the YGC bench and started talking right away.
Absolutely, and when you're playing like Constanza is, you can kind of afford to a little bit. The play is backing up the talk.
McGilvery. Back to Webb. Webb, deep three-pointer. Yes, he can. Avery Webb, the big-time shooter for YGC, keeps his status high. Teixeira with it. Hands it off to Constanza. He is guarded closely by Vontae Sanders. Constanza takes some contact. Can't lay it in. It bounces around, and YGC pulls it down. A successful defensive possession for them. Avery Webb dribbling the rock down, spot up three. Little bit of a heat check. King Deffenbaugh pulls down the board. The pride is flowing for YGC, and Coach Jay Walk has got to feel a little pleased with how his teams responded out of halftime.
Absolutely, some great adjustments for YGC, and maybe a little extra motivation after Constanza turned to their bench and talked after hitting a big shot.
And Anasio going to be called for the foul. He would have been fine if it wasn't the full arm extension, but when you extend that much, that you were going to get called, especially this reffing crew. They've been all over that today.
Absolutely. You got to learn how to get away with it a little bit. Like you said, Bridger, you can't fully extend your arms, but a little bit of a bump, you'll get away with it in this one.
McGilvery, tough mid-range for him. It falls out of bounds. Nobody else touched it. And Team Scoot will pick up from the opposite baseline. Webb showing a little bit of pressure. McGilvery got to get it as well. Constanza driving inside against Vontae Sanders. He lays it up, and a foul call. Sanders picking up the foul, and at this point, Vontae Sanders has got to keep trying to be physical and forcing that contact, but you've got to do it without fouling, and at this point, with how well Constanza's been playing, it is a tall task for anybody to have to guard him. Constanza misses his first. And with us slowly working towards the end of the second half, this game already getting heated on a few different times. We've seen it start to build up. Both of these teams incredibly competitive, all the way from the players to the coaching staffs. Both of them want to win this game.
Absolutely, and that's just what comes with playing in the Pro 16. Pro 16 finals right now, these guys are playing for seeding, which could determine their championship hopes come Bryan, Texas.
Anthony Spencer III rips it down. Big time move from him. It was Vontae Sanders and Anthony Spencer III going toe-to-toe. Timeout taken by Team Scoot. And this game continues to get more and more heated as time goes on. And we're going to take a break right with him. I'm Bridger Cruz, with me, Tyler Brewer, live from Richmond, Virginia. Timeout taken by Team Scoot. And we welcome you back live to Richmond, Virginia for the Pro 16 Finals. And this whole weekend is about pool play and establishing your seed in Bryan, Texas next weekend. And Anthony Spencer III knocks down the free throw. But for these teams, they're establishing how hard is their road going to be to the Pro 16 Finals game. Paulo Teixeira with the basketball dancing in the corner. He finds Tobias Tolbert. In the corner, thought about the three, won't take it, but a crafty lay-in, and Team Scoot responds. 48-45, they lead by 3. McGilvery, acrobatic lay-in, and you can see the emotion pouring out of him. Constanza being guarded by Deffenbaugh. Taking it inside, and he's going to be fouled. You know, at some point, there's so many weapons on this Team Scoot team, but with how well Constanza's been playing, you have to know that everybody's got to be helping off. If he wants to go downhill, you've got to help. And you've got to cut off that drive. Right now, YGC just not doing that.
Yeah, even an all-star team is going to have to find the hot hand, and that's exactly what Team Scoot is doing, playing through Constanza. With the defense crashing on him, he's going to be able to work his magic and find passes. His teammates got to find ways to work off of him.
Avery Webb with the basketball. Webb, he'll pull up from the volleyball line. Too strong, it goes out of bounds, but I wanted to talk about how crafty that out-of-bounds play was. Constanza knew if he can get the ball, everybody is going to be pulled to him because he loves that mid-range shot. So he almost just tips it straight back to Landen Joseph, and Joseph is able to lay it in.
And that's exactly what I mean by playing off Constanza. You got to recognize how the defense is going to choose to guard him. And right now, YGC has to triple team him, it seems like, to keep Constanza off the board.
Sibu Sox blocked. He's able to get the ball back. And now McGilvery sets up from the left wing, guarded by Joseph. The guard matchup we've wanted all day. McGilvery slips, thought he wanted a foul, and Constanza trying for the acrobatic bounce pass. Joseph saying, hey, just go up with it. Just go up, keep going.
Yeah, just a little bit of miscommunication there. I think Constanza, when he picked up the basketball, thought his teammate was going to be just kind of standing there ready for the mid-range shot. Ends up cutting towards the basket. Constanza tries to make the last-minute adjustment. It just didn't work out for him, but they retain possession.
Constanza can't get the jumper to fall. Sibu Sox pulls down the board. Inside, trying to lob it inside was Kellen Collins. Collins lost it. Now the other way. A two-handed slam with authority, making the most out of the costly mistake from YGC. And there's another one. Collins can't keep it alive. Dominic Smith chucks it in bounds, and now it's a foot race for Team Scoot. Teixeira for 3. Why not? Transition 3, and Team Scoot is flowing.
Team Scoot wanted a timeout. They got a guy without a shoe on the court right now.
Sibu Sox hits the triple. And now the timeout will be taken by the referee. So we're going to tell everybody to stay on the court. All this is a timeout to have him put his shoe back on. That's it.
There's been a couple times, too, with this officiating crew. They'll take times just to make sure players get right. They're not wanting to risk the health. Good call there by the officials. Just letting it go.
So now we're still arguing. So we should be set now. This was initially a kind gesture made by the referee so he can get his shoe back on, and now it's turned into an argument and a whole thing. I think we're all set. Teixeira calling for the screen. throwing it into the corner. Teixeira gets it back at the point again. Now Constanza's got it.
YGC's doing a great job of closing out, but as I say that, they give up an open look. But I'm loving how they're closing out on the corners, not letting any corner threes get given up easily. That's what Team Scoot's been able to do really well today.
Well, that's a wide open three that is way out there. So if you're YGC, you're probably going to look to double Constanza just a little bit more than you are giving up that three from Teixeira. And that's an acrobatic play from Nas Price. Constanza guarded by Sox. And Sox doing a good job of guarding him. Constanza will drive in. And as I say that, he takes it coast to coast, slicing and dicing the YGC defense.
A little bit quieter half for Constanza to start with. He had to remind everybody who he is.
Dominic Smith pulls down the board. Kellen Collins to Price. Wide open, and he can't cash it in. Dominic Smith, the offensive board. The ball still being tipped around. McGilvery pulls it back. They're thinking it was an over and back. I agree it was not. McGilvery can't finish. Constanza pulls down the board. And Team Scoot will have the basketball. So a marathon of an offensive possession ends with nothing for YGC. Sean Hamilton checking into the basketball game. Joseph will take it up, guarded closely by Collins. So shot clock will cause the stoppage. They'll reset it to 25 seconds. Tobias Tolbert patiently holding on to the basketball. He gets it to Joseph. Joseph through the paint, the spin move, trying to lay it off the glass. Smith pulls down the rebound. McGilvery, smooth behind the back, over the top of Tolbert, and Sox able to snag that basketball. From the corner, he rolls it in. Nas Price from the corner, making the most of the extra possession.
This game has everything: shooting, elite dribbling, great defense. Early contestant for game of the week.
Tolbert inside. It's still being tipped around. Tolbert again going to try it. He comes up short. Now Nasir Price loses the basketball and a foul called on Team Scoot. It'll go on Paulo Teixeira. 1 point game. Team Scoot leading by just one as we dwindle to some of the final minutes of the second half. Nas Price lobbing it inside. Smith had no idea he was doing that, so it's just a turnover. His head coach, Jay Walk, telling him, just shoot the basketball. Constanza from the right wing. Loses the basketball, gets it back. Maintains his dribble. Now it's going to be so we stopped the game. What looked like was just for a substitution. I'm not sure why we stopped it specifically for a substitution. I'm not sure what just happened.
Yeah, we had a foul called, I believe, and then Constanza looked gassed, needed to come out of the game. I think he was just having a quick discussion with his coach, just talking about what he needs.
Okay, that makes sense, because I was wondering if there was a foul. I'm a little bit further away from the scorer's table than I normally am, so it's a little bit different. Landen Joseph at the line. He hits his first. Joseph hits his second. Now McGilvery walking the basketball up the court with his left hand. He switches to his right. Inside against Inacio. Tough matchup for him. High arcing floater. He somehow gets it back. Collins for three. No dice. Smith the board, and Smith gets it for the and one. YGC will not be denied on the offensive glass.
YGC showing resilience in this one. Team Scoot was off to a hot start in the first half, but YGC able to get second chance buckets. They've capitalized on their opportunities, and now some further discussion about that Alex Constanza substitution. What's going on right now is when Constanza subbed out, Team Scoot's player who subbed in for him, not sure who it was off the top of my head right now, but they did not check in at the scores table. So YGC's head coach right now, they want a technical foul called on Team Scoot for having a player in the game who didn't check in, I believe.
I mean, you could make the case that it was very similar to a hockey substitution. He kind of just slipped in and Constanza sat down. Now, that happens quite often in grassroots basketball, but I understand where YGC is coming from.
And actually, what I believe the issue is I think there's a player on the roster or on Team Scoot that isn't on the roster, which is in fact a tech in the Pro 16 League. Normally rosters have to be finalized the Wednesday before the tournament.
Yes.
And then before the game, each coach takes a look at the printed roster, the printed score sheet, and that's when they're able to kind of make any adjustments that they can. And as long as those adjustments are made, there's normally no issue. However, in this case, some confusion. No text given out, though, and the free throw goes in.
I agree with not giving it out. This is something that probably should have been caught earlier. And since it wasn't caught earlier, can you really punish a team at this point in the basketball game for something that I don't know if they could control at this point in the game? That's the question. Either way, Kellen Collins laying it in and keeping this game close. A 2-point lead for YGC.
What a block there from Dominique Smith. Not allowing any easy buckets. And now Alex Constanza checks into the game. Clutch time here coming up for Team Scoot as they're down. Still some discussion being had about the roster situation. We're going to play on, though.
Yeah, everybody's handling it off the court and the game is playing on, which I'd rather we do that than wait and wait and wait. That's a big triple from Team Scoot, and there's no waiting for that. Nasir Price handling the rock. He pulls up for three. He responds. Nas Price the triple. So we're going to have a conversation right now with the coaches. And we're going to take a break. We'll be back for more after this.
Coming out of the break, it is YGC shooting some free throws because of the whole roster issue. They're going to go 1 for 2 at the line there and extend their lead to 3. Still some discussion with the Team Scoot coaching staff and some tournament directors. Everyone trying to get things figured out here. It'd be YGC basketball up by 3 on the scoreboard. It'll be McGilvery bringing the ball down the court for YGC. So some technical foul free throws. YGC went 1 for 2 at the line, and now we're here.
So I'm glad we got it established then. We have it figured out. We've caught it, and now we're good.
Just time to move on.
Yeah. Time to play basketball, just move on. And it is, and I mean, to the respect, you see the coaches dapping up in the middle, no hard feelings. But for that YGC coaching staff, they were right. That is the rule. So if that is the rule, then you have to follow the the rule.
And it's just great coaching. I mean, as a coach, you're trying to give your team every advantage you possibly can. And if you catch something like that, you're going to want your opportunity to at least score the points there. Team Scoot's head coach knows exactly that he would have done the same.
Constanza double team, lost the basketball. They get it into the corner, trying for the triple. No good. Kellen Collins, the lob to Smith, and it hits off the rim and goes out of bounds. Looking for the highlight, and we'll have to wait. Team Scoot now down the other way offensively, trying to make the most of this possession. It's Joseph inside to Constanza. Constanza with the basketball, and a foul called on YGC.
Constanza, compared to the first half, has been fairly quiet this second half, but his impact has been felt.
67-62, a 5-point advantage for the young game changers. Constanza guarded by Webb. This is a mismatch in the paint. Constanza knows it. He takes the shot. Great defense from Webb, but a board pulled down by Hamilton, and it's another block. McGilvery grabs it. Undeniable defense from YGC. Now Collins, the lob, blocked away. What a block from Tobias Tolbert, elevating to knock down the lob attempt.
I thought Tobias Tolbert was in no man's land, but he gets up and makes a heck of a play.
Joseph with it, and he double dribble. He can't believe it. He's still holding on to the basketball. Both coaches looked rather confused about that. But as we know, every coach, their player has never committed a foul that they didn't mean to, ever.
Absolutely.
McGilvery handling the rock. He gets it to Webb. Webb thought about the three. He won't pull up. Instead, he'll drive in. He gets blocked. Webb gets it back now. Trying it again. He'll lay it in with the left. Too strong. Ball pulled down by Spencer. It's a loose ball and a foul call.
That's a tough foul there. Tough position. It was YGC's Anthony Spencer, kind of with position, got up there and got the basketball, but while coming down, got a little on top of Tobias Tolbert, and the foul going to be called, and explanation being given right now. And I don't blame YGC for being confused about the call. I mean, their guy went up and got the basketball.
But you wonder what happened before that. You know, what forced Spencer to get that foul? Did he hit him? Did he? And then there's a lot of different things that could have happened. But either way, it's a one-on-one opportunity. And you're right, it might have been an odd call.
I feel like the official felt like she was in a position there where she had to call something. Both guys came down a little awkwardly there. I don't blame her for wanting to make a call. It definitely was a weird play.
Sean Hamilton misses his first. And the rebound pulled down way up there at the top and blocked.
And what a play there from Caden Deffenbaugh, getting up there and contesting Alex Constanza. Trying to clean up a bit of a slick spot now.
When you can see all these guys, when they go to check in, we're right next to the table where they check in, and you can see how sweaty they are. It looks like some of these guys just got out of the shower. So the inbound for Team Scoot. They find Joseph. Joseph guarded by McGilvery. He's going to get the double screen. McGilvery stays right on him. Now Hamilton trying to work through Webb. Hamilton, the smooth spin move. Pulled down by Tolbert. Tolbert can't finish it. Hamilton, he'll try it again for the third time, and it's an and one. Big men down low making grown man plays.
Couldn't have said it better myself, Bridger. Effort and attitude being shown in the paint. Constanza getting a rebound. His putback no good. Did not matter. Sean Hamilton was there to clean it up. And an and one opportunity here for Team Scoot
to pull them back within just 2 points. Hamilton hits it. 2-point basketball game. Timeout taken by Team Scoot, and we'll take a break with them. In these final few minutes, who will come up victorious, YGC or Team Scoot? We'll find out after this. Timeout taken by Team Scoot. They trail by 2, 67-65, with just 3 minutes and 13 seconds remaining in regulation. We saw our last game go into overtime, and that one was fun. Southern Ties and Chapman Academy 16U go into overtime, and Southern Ties ends up getting the win in thrilling fashion. And now a zone being shown for Team Scoot. McGilvery with it inside. Price can't finish. A board pulled down by Tobias Tolbert. Constanza moving it up to Joseph. He's been so good from the three-point line, and we'll have to wait for another one. Anthony Spencer III traveled with the basketball. So another chance given from a costly YGC mistake.
And he knew it right away. Unfortunate play there for YGC. Don't want to be giving Team Scoot opportunities with the ball late in this one.
Constanza with the rock, communicating with his teammates. He communicates the screen from Tolbert. Pulls up from 3, and he is stone cold from downtown. Avery Webb trying to respond. Nas Price pump faking, lost. They find Vontae Sanders. McGilvery to Price from the corner. Not strong enough. Rebound pulled down by Joseph.
What I love most about that Constanza 3 is the cold expression on his face. Did not get too excited. Knows there's work to do.
He misses the fadeaway jumper off of his right. Now McGilvery with it. Dribbling down the right side of the court, trying to go to work. He finds Sanders. Sanders misses the jumper, and it's ripped down by Hamilton. Now to Constanza on the fast break. Webb's got him. Constanza loses the basketball. No foul called. The Team Scoot coaching staff believes there absolutely should have been a foul.
We have a bit of an obstructed view here, but I saw a lot of just all ball contact there. It was enough force to bring Constanza down with it. I didn't see anything warranting a foul call, I don't think.
Constanza, 3 guys guarding him. It does not matter. Alex Constanza is undeniable.
Well, to quote him from the first half, he's here, and he's making big plays late in this game. YGC's got to find an answer.
Team Scoot leading by 3, 70-67, and all of the momentum shifting towards the men in red. 20 seconds on the shot clock after the kickball violation.
You can tell everyone on this court cares, and as the game ticks down, every single play matters.
McGilvery missed the layup. Now Joseph down the other way. No look pass into the slam. Alex Constanza, absolutely filthy with a basketball in his hand. And another block for Team Scoot. Holy cow. Joseph is shaken up. He took a hard fall. But Constanza motoring his way through the lane to just rip the rim off the backboard.
The exclamation point on an already amazing performance. He's been incredible today. Undeniable scoring.
Cebu Sox with it. A much-needed possession to score on, and that'll do it. Returning, Caden Deffenbaugh. The high-flying theatrics of the Pro 16 League continue to take off. First, it was Constanza, and then Deffenbaugh matches the performance. A timeout taken. We'll stay right here through the timeout. Tyler, this game has gone beyond what anybody thought it could. 74-69, a 5-point advantage for Team Scoot. What do you think right now for YGC? What do they have to do to pull themselves back into this?
Well, Team Scoot's done a great job in this second half of playing elite level defense. They have not allowed any easy buckets for YGC, especially when they've been able to actually settle in to their sets, whether it's zone or man. They've been sticking into the zone. That's what's been working. So YGC, you got to call up something. They've been trying to get the ball in the paint and score, but you have guys that can shoot the ball at an elite level. You're down right now, needing a big bucket. Find the efficient shot, but a 3-ball will really help things out. I think that's what's going to capture the most momentum. Right now, though, if you're YGC, you got to be confident that you're making this shot. Whatever you do out of the break, it's putting in that press, figuring out a way to get that quick steal. They only got one timeout left and not too many fouls to give, so you have to prepare to get a steal. We saw in the last game with Southern Ties and Chapman Academy. Chapman Academy was able to get those steals late in the game and hit the big shots. Does YGC have the clutch gene? Now for Team Scoop, you have the size advantage in this one. Alex Constanza knows exactly what he wants to do with the basketball. Then you got teammates like Sean Hamilton, 6'5", Marcos Bala, 7 foot. Get them the ball just to be able to inbound it. Allow yourself the opportunity to get fouled, get to the line, and make the clutch free throws late down the stretch. Team Scoot has the advantage here. They got to trust their ability. I've seen too many times, Bridger, especially as a Kansas fan, panicking late in the game. Cannot do that here, cannot afford to do that here. Show these college scouts and your teammates that you are calm, cool, and collected under pressure.
And throughout this game, more and more scouts and fans have begun to descend upon the show court, court number 8. A press being drawn up for YGC, and they'll foul immediately. McGilvery will be called for it. And this is where it gets incredibly important to hit your free throws. Landen Joseph has been a sharpshooter all day long, and he has to be able to finish it here from the stripe. He hits his first.
Big free throw there to extend the lead to 6. Not much time left for YGC as they're seeing their hopes of beating Team Scoot starting to slip away.
YGC running out of time. They got to get something up quickly. Good feed. Nearly the jam for Cebu Sox. And Tobias Tobert called for the foul. I don't know about that. Tobert looked pretty clean, but either way, Sox nearly had another highlight dunk.
And YGC wants the goaltend there. They thought they had it.
I don't think there is a goaltending. He didn't make contact with the rim at all. It was just his hand. The hand came up early, and it's definitely not a goaltend. A foul, that can be debated, but a goaltend, definitely not. Sox hits both. They need a turnover. Constanza to inbound to Joseph. And a foul called on McGilvery. And again, that will be a foul. He's trying to shift his weight.
I don't hate that foul. You don't let any clock tick off. You still force him to shoot the free throws. Could work out well for YGC.
Still down by 5. Regardless, though, you still have got to get out and get a bucket quickly. Joseph hits his first. Landen Joseph has been so good from the stripe today. Now McGilvery, can he will his team back into this game? Webb into the corner. Deffenbaugh got to put up the 3. Smith jumped too early. It's a rebound pulled down by Team Scoop. That could just about do it.
I don't love that shot selection there. It wouldn't have been bad if he pulled the trigger right away, but the hesitation allowed Team Scoot to get a defender right in his face. And that made the shot even more contested. If you're going to take your time, you got to get a good look.
What a game this has been. one of the better ones that we've seen all season long, and Alex Constanza was immaculate today. But even to talk about everybody else around him, Tobias Tobert, Sean Hamilton, and then Landen Joseph. Everybody showing up today. Webb misses the final 3. And that will do it, just an inbound and maybe one more shot. But Team Scoot comes away with a big win over YGC. And the Young Game Changers fall to 1-1 on the weekend. But what a game. Highlight dunks, huge three-pointers, physical play, a high-scoring basketball game that we will remember for quite some time. And for myself, Bridger Cruz, and for Tyler Brewer, we thank you for joining us on a beautiful Friday afternoon from Richmond, Virginia, and we say so long for now.